Around 100,000 chemicals are used in the world today. They do everything from making our food more nutritious to building a stronger and safer world. Because chemicals have a global impact on health and the environment, managing the risks takes global-scale effort. SAICM is working with many stakeholders across all sectors towards this goal, a chemical-safe world. To reach that goal, SAICM stakeholders have identified 5 emerging policy issues that need attention now. Lead in paint is still a problem even though safe alternatives have been available for years. In many countries, lead paint can still be found on the walls of homes, hospitals, and schools, on playground equipment, covering toys and jewelry. Lead is easily absorbed into the body, especially by children, and remains there for many years, causing harm. Lead exposure is estimated to contribute to about 600,000 new cases of children with intellectual disabilities every year, with the highest burden of disease in developing countries. Lead paint is still available in developing countries and continues to be used. We are promoting change. We're working to raise awareness and to encourage the phasing out of lead from paint. We're collecting data, providing information on ways to determine lead content of paints, and promoting the use of regulations to control lead paint. We're also supporting efforts to stop the manufacture and sale of lead paint and encourage use of safe alternatives. We're working towards a chemical-safe world together. EDCs are a class of chemicals that can mimic our own hormones and interfere with the endocrine system of people and wildlife. They can disrupt healthy development and are thought to play a role in a range of disorders. From birth defects to learning disabilities to reproductive disorders to cancers, over 800 chemicals are known or suspected EDCs. We can find them in our food, in our floors, in our sunscreen, and thousands of other products. In most countries, there is limited information available for substances with endocrine disrupting potential. We are promoting change. We're working to improve methods of scientific evaluation, enhancing awareness information, advocating for healthcare workers to be trained to respond to environmental hazards and risk, strengthening collaboration and data sharing. We're working towards a chemical-safe world together. Everyday products contain chemicals, from toys and tires to textiles, clothing, household items, and more. As these products are shipped around the world, they also become global transporters of those chemicals. In fact, international trade has become a vehicle for toxics such as lead, cadmium, perfluorinated compounds, and others. A product is often produced in one place, used in another, and disposed of in yet another. There's potential for environmental and health impacts at each point along the journey. Developing countries may face the most risk. It is estimated that by 2020, developing countries will produce 31% of global chemicals and use 33% of global chemicals. Doing good business is about keeping risks down by letting consumers know what is in the products they buy and seeking safer alternatives. We are taking up the challenge. CIP looks at all the angles when it comes to reliable information about chemicals in products, industry, legislation, and more. It involves stakeholders such as businesses, governments, recyclers, waste management actors, NGOs, consumer groups, and more, facilitating vital information sharing across the entire product lifecycle, promoting benefits such as innovation, reduced costs for complying with legislation and industry standards, uptake by all along the supply chain, improved relations with stakeholders, faster response to regulatory restrictions. We are working towards a chemical-safe world together. Today, we can hold the world in our hands, small yet powerful disposable machines. Sustainable production and consumption is a matter of urgency in our rapidly evolving e-world. The lifespan of computers has dropped from 6 years in 1997 to just 2 years in 2005, and even less for mobile phones. We are manufacturing more and throwing away more, adding up to tens of thousands of tons of e-waste. An average phone contains many chemicals, from lead in circuit boards to mercury in LCD displays. When we get rid of unwanted devices, hazardous chemicals can pose a risk if improperly processed, burned, or dumped in landfills, or if they are recycled using reagents like cyanide and other strong substances. We are promoting change. at every step throughout the life cycle of electronics. We need to provide information on safer chemical substitutes and look to promote green purchasing strategies among businesses and governments. Better cooperation and information sharing will go a long way. We want to find good tools and standards for tracking hazardous chemicals throughout the life cycle of electronics. Over 200 NGOs and stakeholders in 40 countries have come together taking initiative to call for stronger cooperation and action, exploring better disclosure and transparency about chemicals used and their risks, safer alternatives, protection of workers, communities, and environment. We're working towards a chemical-safe world together. Simply put, nanotechnology is ultra-small technology, tiny particles that are added to materials to make stronger, better rolling bowling balls, added to fuels to make faster running, more efficient cars, even placed in bandages to help our cuts heal faster. New nano-enhanced products are streaming into the marketplace every day. So many, so fast that we don't even have accurate numbers for how many nano products are out there. And that's a challenge. We also don't know what impact nano products and their waste will have on our environment and our health. We're promoting awareness and change. We're promoting safe manufacturing and handling as an integral part of occupational health and safety guidelines for workers. We're providing policymakers with scientific evidence and recommendations for good standards and policies. Across all continents, nanotechnology is picking up speed and we need to keep pace. Work is underway to address nano-related safety and integrate sound management into existing national planning and programs. We're working towards a chemical-safe world together.